welcome to my YouTube channel Math Sikshak. I have realized that mathematics needs to be taught in a simple and meaningful manner. It is my constant endeavor to present a topic step by step and elaborate its importance. In this presentation, I will be explaining rationalization. Rationalization is a process used to simplify algebraic numbers and functions. At the end of this session, you will be able to understand the meaning of rationalization, interpret the terms used, and understand how to rationalize a denominator. Starting with, this is my first section, the introduction section. In this section, I will be explaining the term rationalization and stressing on its importance. Let us first try to understand what do we mean by rationalization. Now we have an irrational number. So what comes to our minds? We cannot simplify it to its simplest form. That means simplifying this will be difficult. So what do? I convert it to a rational number. Now how do I convert it to a rational number? I will multiply and divide by an irrational number. So when I say that I am rationalizing a denominator, it means that I am trying to get rid of the surd that is there in the denominator. Let me explain to you this with an example. Considering 5 by root 2. Root 2 is a surd. Now I need to get rid of root 2 because it is irrational. So what do? I multiply and divide by root 2. So then it becomes 5 root 2 by 2. So I had an irrational number. I have now converted it to a rational number. So the process of converting an irrational number to a rational number is called as rationalization. Now let us try to understand why is rationalization so very important. I will explain to you this with an example. Now I need to find the value of 1 by root 5. Root 5 is approximately 2.236. So 1 by 2.236. Simplifying this is so very difficult. Now let us see what happens when we rationalize it. So it becomes 1 by root 5 into root 5 by root 5. That is root 5 by 5. That is 2.236 by 5. That is approximately equal to 0.4472. So we are able to simplify it so easily. Calculations can be done so fast. Therefore, rationalization helps us to simplify algebraic fractions. Proceeding further is our next section, that is the explanation section. In this section, I will be stressing on the terms used and how to rationalize the denominator. So let me begin with the term conjugate. Now what is a conjugate? So we have an irrational number. Our main aim is to convert it to a rational number. So what do? So this irrational number, when I multiply it with its conjugate, the resultant that I get will be a rational number. So conjugate is useful because when a number is multiplied by its conjugate, the result will not be a surd. So we will not have a surd in the resultant. Now how is a conjugate formed? An easier way to remember is, conjugate is formed by changing the sign in front of the surd. Now what do I mean by this? The conjugate of root a is minus root a. So I have changed the sign in front of the surd. The sign in front of surd root a is plus. So I made it as minus root a. Conjugate of a plus root b is a minus root b. So the sign in front of root b is plus, I made it to minus. Conjugate of root a plus b is minus root a plus b. And conjugate of root a plus root b is root a minus root b. Now, let me introduce you to another term, rationalizing factor. So we have an irrational number. I multiply it with another irrational number. And if the resultant that I get is a rational number, then each rational number is a rationalizing factor of the other. So let me explain to you this with an example. 4 root 5 is one rational number. Root 5 is another rational number. So 4 root 5 is one rational number. Root 5 is another rational number. I am multiplying one irrational number with another irrational number. So when I multiply this irrational number with another irrational number, the resultant that I get is rational. So it is 4 into root 5 into root 5 is 5. So 4 into 5, that is 20. So product of an irrational number with another irrational number, if it is a rational number, then 4 root 5 is the rationalizing factor of root 5 and vice versa. Similarly, considering another example, 3 plus root 5 is an irrational number. I am multiplying it with another irrational number, that is 3 minus root 5. The resultant that I get is 4, that is a rational number. How did I get this? I apply the identity a plus b into a minus b. So a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. So I get it as 3 square minus root 5 whole square, that is 9 minus 5, that is 4. Then 3 minus root 5 is the rationalizing factor of 3 plus root 5, and 3 plus root 5 is the rationalizing factor of 3 minus root 5. But let us all remember one thing. Conjugate and rationalizing factor need not be the same always. Now let us understand this with an example. Find the simplest rationalizing factor of root 18. So root 18, I can break it into its factors as root 9 into 2. So root of a into b is root a into root b. So it is root 9 into root 2, that is 3 root 2, which is again an irrational number. So what do? I will multiply it with root 2. So one irrational number multiplied with another irrational number. And what is the product that I am getting? That is 3 into root 2 is 2. So it's 3 into 2, that is 6. So I am getting a rational number. Therefore, root 2 is the rationalizing factor here. Proceeding further, let us now try to understand how do we rationalize surds. We begin with monomial surds. Monomial surds means it is a surd which consists of only one term. So, the formula that we can apply here is x to the power of 1 by n, then its rationalizing factor will be x to the power of 1 minus 1 by n. Let me explain to you this with an example. Find the rationalizing factor of cube root of 5. That means 5 to the power of 1 by 3. So there is only one term, that is 5 to the power of 1 by 3. So the rationalizing factor will be 5 to the power of 1 minus 1 by 3, that is 5 to the power of 2 by 3. Now, Let us consider the denominators. Now, when the denominator consists of only one term, let us see what we need to do. Step 1, we will multiply and divide with the rationalizing factor. Step 2, we will simplify. And step 3, we will reduce it to the simplest form. Let me explain to you the steps with an example. Rationalize the denominator 6 by 4 root 3. So step 1 says we multiply and divide by the rationalizing factor. So my rationalizing factor here is root 3. So I multiply and divide by root 3. So it is 6 by 4 root 3 into root 3 by root 3. My step 2 is simplifying. So I write it as 6 root 3 by 4 into 3. That is 6 root 3 by 12. And next, it tells us to reduce it to the simplest form. So that is root 3 by 2. Now, let us try to understand how to rationalize a denominator when it is a binomial. That means the denominator consists of two terms. So I multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate. I simplify the radicals in numerator and denominator, and I reduce the fraction if possible. Let me explain to you these steps with an example. Rationalize 4 by 2 plus root 3. So there are two terms in my denominator. So my step 1 was to multiply the numerator and denominator with the conjugate. So the conjugate of 2 plus root 3 is 2 minus root 3. So I multiply and divide by 2 minus root 3. My step 2 is I simplify. So it is 4 into 2 minus root 3 divided by 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3. That is, I open my brackets. So it's 8 minus 4 root 3. Again in my denominator, I'm applying the identity a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. So it is 4 minus 3. So that is 1. So I get it as 8 minus 4 root 3. Now let us consider another example. 3 by root 7 minus 1. So the conjugate of root 7 minus 1 will be minus 1 minus root 7. So I multiply and divide with its conjugate. So it is 3 into, I take out the minus out, so it's 1 plus root 7 by 1 plus root 7. Step 2 is I simplify. So it is 3 into 1 plus root 7 by, here in the denominator, I apply the identity again. So it is a square minus b square, that is root 7 square minus 1 square. So it's 3 into 1 plus root 7 by 7 minus 1. That is 3 into 1 plus root 7 by 6. And final step, I reduce it. So it is 1 plus root 7 by 2. Now, proceeding further, we will consider the denominator which consists of 3 terms. That is, the denominator is a trinomial. Step 1, I will place the roots in brackets. Step 2, I will write the remaining terms with the sign. And step 3, I will multiply and divide by the conjugate. Now let me explain the steps clearly with the help of example. Rationalize 1 by root 2 plus root 3 plus root 5. So we can see that there are 3 terms in the denominator. Hence it is a trinomial. So as my step 1 says, I will place the roots. So I write it as 1 by root 2 plus root 3. I put them in brackets plus root 5. Step 2, I will multiply and divide with its conjugate. So the conjugate, I consider root 2 plus root 3 plus root 5. So the conjugate will be root 2 plus root 3 minus root 5, root 2 plus root 3 minus root 5. So I've multiplied and divided with its conjugate. So step 1, I put the roots. Step 2, I put the brackets between these two terms. Step 2, I have written the other terms as it is. Step 3, I have taken the conjugate here. So, step 1, placing the roots in brackets. Step 2, I have written the remaining terms within the sign. And step 3, I have multiplied and divided with the conjugate. So, I simplify by applying this identity here. So, it becomes root 2 plus root 3 plus root 5. So, it is of the form a plus b into a minus b. That is a square minus b square. And my numerator is root 2 plus root 3 minus root 5. So I simplify my denominator by applying my identity a plus b whole square as a square plus b square plus 2ab. So root 2 plus root 3 whole square is 2 plus 3 plus 2 into root 3 root 6 minus 5. That is root 2 plus root 3 minus 5 by 2 root 6. But still in my denominator I have an irrational part. So I will multiply and divide by root 6. So I get it as root 2 plus root 3 minus root 5 into root 6 by 12. Let us consider another example. Find the value of a and b if 2 plus root 3 by 2 minus root 3 is equal to a plus root 3b. So similarly, I multiply and divide with its conjugate. So I get it as 2 plus root 3 by 2 minus root 3 into 2 plus root 3 by 2 plus root 3. So it is 2 plus root 3 whole square by 4 minus 3. So that is 2 plus root 3 whole square. So when I expand by applying the identity, I get it as 4 plus 3 plus 4 root 3. That is 7 plus 4 root 3. Now 7 plus 4 root 3 is equal to a plus b root 3. I equate the rational and the irrational coefficients. So I get a is equal to 7 and b is equal to 4. Proceeding further is our next section, that is the solved questions. Questions have been solved step by step. Example 1. Rationalize 1 by root 7 minus root 6. So I will multiply and divide with its conjugate. So it's root 7 plus root 6 by root 7 plus root 6. So it is root 7 plus root 6, and the denominator is of the form a square minus b square to be equal to a plus b into a minus b. So that is root 7 plus root 6 by 7 minus 6. That is root 7 plus root 6 by 1. Proceeding further on with our next example. Simplify 4 plus root 5 by 4 minus root 5 plus 4 minus root 5 by 4 plus root 5. So I will consider one at a time. So I consider first 4 plus root 5 by 4 minus root 5. I rationalize it by multiplying with its conjugate. So I get it as 4 plus root 5 into 4 plus root 5 divided by 4 minus root 5 into 4 plus root 5. That is 4 plus root 5 whole square by 4 square minus 5. That is 4 plus root 5 whole square by 11. So this I consider it as equation 1. Now we will be simplifying the second part, that is 4 minus root 5 by 4 plus root 5. Again, we multiply and divide with its conjugate. So we get it as 4 minus root 5 whole square by 4 square minus 5. That is 4 minus root 5 whole square by 11. Now we add equation 1 and equation 2. So I get it as 4 plus root 5 whole square by 11 plus 4 minus root 5 whole square by 11. So I apply the identity a plus b whole square as a square plus b square plus 2ab, and a minus b whole square as a square plus b square minus 2ab. So simplifying it further, I get it as 1 by 11 into 32 plus 10, that is 42 by 11. Proceeding on to our next example, if x is equal to 5 minus 2 root 6, find the value of x square plus 1 by x square. We know the identity that x plus 1 by x whole square is x square plus 1 by x square plus 2. So therefore, I know x. I need to find 1 by x. So how can I find 1 by x? By rationalizing it and simplifying. So 1 by x is 1 by 5 minus 2 root 6. So what do I do here? How do I simplify 1 by x? I will rationalize it. So 1 by 5 minus 2 root 6, I multiply and divide with its conjugate. So it's 5 plus 2 root 6 by 5 plus 2 root 6. So that is 5 plus 2 root 6 by, again in your denominator, it's of the form a minus b into a plus b. That is a square minus b square. So I get 5 plus 2 root 6 by 1. I substitute it in equation 1. So when I substitute it in equation 1, I'll get it as 5 minus 2 root 6 plus 5 plus 2 root 6 whole square minus 2 is equal to x square plus 1 by x square. So what is x plus 1 by x whole square? I get that as 5 minus 2 root 6 plus 5 plus 2 root 6 whole square. 2 root 6 gets cancelled, so it's 10 square, that is 100. So x plus 1 by x whole square minus 2 is 100 minus 2, that is 98. Therefore, x square plus 1 by x square is 98. Proceeding further, we come on to our last section, that is the unsolved section. Questions have been given with answers. For any clarifications, you can always mail me at the given mail address. For any suggestions, feedback or queries, please contact us at mathsshikshak@gmail.com. Please subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching Maths Shikshak. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel for further updates of my upcoming videos. Thank you.